This is a fascinating little duplex that had caught on fire, and I wanted to come and take a look and run some numbers, and hopefully you find this interesting. So let's go take a look inside. This area is not what I would call the greatest area of town. You're right off of Prince Road, and there's quite a bit of traffic and a lot of drug activity in this area in general. Very low income area. Now this whole property is condemned. I can't even get access into that unit over there, but they appear to be the similar sized units, but there's a couple of fascinating little things that just piqued my interest with this. Now, the purchase price on this is currently $152,000. And it's a complete redo job. I mean, there's I don't even know if the roof is salvageable. Probably needs a new roof. But everything is completely ripped out of here, as you can see. Kind of gives you a good opportunity to start fresh here, but if it's going to require cash. Obviously, you can't come in and get a loan on this property. This window is new, and that window is new, and I think that window's new. But other than that, though, this property needs a lot of love. So what they have this listed as is two 723 square foot units. They're saying that one unit is a 3-bed, 2-bath, and one unit is a 2-bed, 1-bath. However, there's a little bit of an anomaly here, and that's why you never want to trust the MLS, because once you look, you kind of get different pictures. This is what would be the kitchen. You've obviously got the living room up front there. I don't really know what this room is here that I'm standing in. It's kind of an awkward room, but this would be a bedroom and the bathroom right here. Very small bathroom. There's where the toilet would go. There's the sink hookup and the shower. And then this would be a bathroom back here. Now, what's fascinating though is that you've got this little area in the back, which I think they were using as like a little studio. But yeah, you can see lots of damage. Kind of fun to use your imagination to be able to start over from scratch. Now I'm going to rerun the numbers here for you on paper as soon as we get done with this little tour. But if you're coming in with cash, you should be able to get about an 8% return on your money annually after basic expenses, and that's your highest potential that you could get. Real world, of course, is probably going to be a little bit lower than that, but this is really fascinating. In here, you've got a water heater that they hooked up in here just randomly. So that was probably just for a washer dryer hookup. That's what my guess is. You've got gas valve, so they probably just had a shared washer dryer area back here. All the utilities have been stripped out, for safety reasons, or for crackheads, which they maybe came in and took all the copper out. But now this is the fascinating part, that I think that they were using this little access point back here for being a little studio. Now you can see they've got their own little dedicated wall unit here, and this is the back side of that closet that I was looking into. But no kitchen, but you do have your own little dedicated bathroom back here. So this is probably what they were calling a 3-bathroom, and I'm not quite sure how they were organizing this, if this was a different tenant or what, but lots of possibilities here. Now this other unit is, my only guess is that it's since I don't have access, my guess is that it's the same layout, just flipped, and can't get access. So you can kind of peek in. It looks like it was not affected by the fire damage, but my guess is that that's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and then this is the 3-bedroom over here. So in total, 5 bedrooms. And let's take a look at some numbers in the car where it's a little bit more quiet. Okay, so super informal, super quick numbers here. What we're looking at is, if you purchase this property for $152,000, I'm assuming you're going to need at least $100,000. Now, this is obviously for improvements to get this thing all back up and running. You may need more than $100,000, but I think after repair value, ARV is going to be anywhere from that $250,000 to $300,000. For this area, I just don't see you getting more than $300,000. Although if it's brand new, there is a possibility you could push that up. I've got a listing just down the street. It's going to be going for 325, and that's similar composition as this one. So that's another duplex. So it's possible if everything was brand new, maybe 325 or 335. So there's a range there. Let's go into this though. Analysis wise, if you're counting the first unit as a 2-bed 1-bath, this one over here to the left, that's not fire damage affected. What you're looking at is they're about $850 a month. Now that's their pro forma numbers. I think that's about realistic for this area. Although I tell you, I got about the same sized one south in South Tucson. I'm renting for $1,050 a month, and that's all updated. So there is some potential if you fix it all up and put some more money into it. The second unit, if you're combining it with that little studio in the back, yeah, I think overall you could get $1,200. So it would be $850 plus probably 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah, maybe $500-600 a month. So $850 plus 12, that's realistic. However, if you separate that out, you wouldn't be able to get $1,200 for a 2-bedroom, but maybe $850 plus 850 plus 600. So on the low side, $2,050 or $24,000 a year. And again, this is just income only. On the high side, though, you might be able to turn this thing into $2,650 a month, which would be about $31,000 a year in gross income. So income is awesome, right? However, let's look at the expenses. So coming over here, your taxes are super low at only $1,237. Your water, since it's one water meter, I'm estimating about $150 a month. That might be a little bit low, but 12 times 12 months, that's $1,800 a year in expenses. Your insurance, get a low deductible, it's probably $800 a year. So overall, your hard expenses, whether you get a loan or pay cash, is going to be about $3,800 a year. That's going to be about $319 a month. So here's where the fun part comes in. Let's do the math. And anytime that you look at these numbers, you can always give me a call for guidance. But just as a starting point, as a reference point, if you came in at all cash versus you came in with a 25% down payment. Now, knowing we can't get financed on this, you'd have to carry a hard loan until you get it all fixed up, and then you can convert it to a conventional loan. But if you came in at all cash, and let's assume that you're paying $250,000 for it. I would be assuming that your income after expenses annually on the low side is about $20,000. So when you do that math, you divide 20,000 by your 250. That's about an 8.3% return, which is not bad. But keep in mind, though, I don't count in things like management, anything like vacancy, anything like your capital expenses that I know you probably should be saving for. So as a highest potential annual income, if you're paying $250 cash, 8.3% on your money is not bad. So if you came in, though, and you converted this thing back to a conventional loan after you got all fixed up, and you came in with a 25% down payment or $62,000, that would be your pay to play number right there. Your monthly PITI, principal, interest, tax, and insurance, that would be $1,680 a month. Now, if you're on the low side, again, only getting $2,050 a month, that leaves you with $370 a month positive cash flow. You multiply that by 12 months, and you get about $4,400 a year in positive cash flow. You divide that out by your original down payment, and you're looking at a 7.1% cap rate. So that's not too bad. Can you get better elsewhere? Possibly. But the big thing on this one is just how much your improvements are going to cost. And knowing that there's that fire damage, you got roof concerns, utility reconnections, that 100,000 might not be realistic. You may be looking at 150 or more. So real fascinating, though. If you've got the means and the patience and the abilities to do a lot of fix up, this is a great little project house.